Oh, now, one of my favourite topics of conversation ever. For as long as we have been on Earth, humans have been trying to figure out the trick behind healthy relationships.
Impossible. Now, life coach Collette Merritt joins us today to break down some healthy relationship building concepts. Now, you have got quite the task on your hands because it is a new year, of course, and some of us want to restore old relationships, renew, and, of course, find love.
And understand why men are from Mars and women are from Venus and why it's so hard to meet and find and keep the perfect relationship.
Absolutely, and it can be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, I know.
So some really quick tips which are really helpful is the first thing is that in the new 2020, we are looking for people who partner us, right? We're looking for people who join us in what we're doing every day, who support the roles that we take in our workplace, who fulfill that role completely as a partner, who role model great parenting to future children that we might have. We might not have them yet, right? So that's one of the main things that we want to do. We want partners in our relationship, and that's every sense of that word.
Do you think that relationships are getting tougher because roles are no longer clearly defined in the home, where, I mean, women don't want to be, you know, sitting barefoot and pregnant anymore, doing the dishes and cooking, and men aren't earning maybe as much as women are anymore, so there are becoming certain conflicts. How do we patch that up and then still have romance?
Communication.
Yeah.
You can really only just talk it through and be clear about what you want in your relationship. You know, when you're joining, I mean, you two are both great, successful women, right?
Yeah.
When you're meeting people, you want to meet someone who's an equal. That doesn't necessarily mean you both need to meet power people. You have to...
I mean, that would be nice too.
We're not saying it's a no. but you might be looking for somebody who, while you go out to work, who chooses to stay home and
is holding it down.
I'm trying to stay away from those.
Okay, well, and you know,
house husbands, no ways.
And that's a conversation, right?
Yeah.
That's the conversation that you go into relationships having.
Yeah.
You don't do it on date one. You kind of, you know, ease into the process, and communication is really the only way to do that.
But do you think through social media, a lot of people have lost those interpersonal skills?
Without a doubt.
Do you think men, and I'm not blaming all men because, trust me, I love men, but do you think people have lost that tact, you know, that energy to be charming, to be chivalrous, to woo a woman? Because now it's just swipe left, swipe right.
Double tap.
Like double tap and slide into a DM and, oh, I've got her.
And I want to add another element, and that instant gratification.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't want to see it through, and they get bored and move on because the next person is a swipe away.
Probably didn't send nudes.
Yeah, I
so
mean...
there you go, relationship over.
Well, I would definitely have to say you'd have to do it in person, right? So social media has its place, and the electronic age is fantastic, and I love tech, but I'm not sure we're finding all of Mr. Right when we're swiping left or right.
No.
Right, that's my personal opinion. I know a couple of people argue with me quite vehemently and say, no, if for heaven's sakes they met their best friend on whatever, the app is of the week. And but it's again going back to that personal communication, getting to know somebody, getting to know them on a real personal level, as opposed to what you're showing on social media, which is not necessarily all of us. So you're absolutely right.
So give us 3 quick top tips how to find and groom and grow the perfect relationship.
So this one was a real surprise with me when I was doing a bit of research from a perspective of there's university in Europe who's just done a study. They canvassed 68,000 people over 180 countries. And guess what was the top thing that came out in relationships? What people are seeking in relationships?
to be understood.
I like it.
To be heard.
Close.
Loved.
Kindness.
Oh, kindness is a top one on my list.
Kindness is right up there. So kindness is number one. If you demonstrate it and if you be it, you will attract it, right?
Oh, wow.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's the old adage, what you put out, you get back. To be with a great partner, you have to be a great partner. And there is where you're doing the work on you. So that's number 2 that I would say, is do the work on you. Heal hurts from the past, find the stuff that's hurt you before and do the work.
Yeah.
You know, emotionally healthy is the new sexy.
I mean, I'm definitely triggered already. And what is the final top tip? I'm definitely triggered.
Pali and I are literally sitting here on edge.
Absolutely do the work. And then the easy one, which is communication.
Yeah.
So if you're being kind, if you're doing the work to heal yourself, and that doesn't mean we have to come to every relationship 100%. We don't. We're humans, right?
Yeah.
But be prepared to do the work.
Yeah.
We can come with a bit of a hole, but we don't need to find someone to fix us.
No, because chances are we're all a little bit damaged in one way or the next.
Without a doubt.
And you know, if you are confused, he's not interested. If a man is into you, you'll know about it. If you're confused, then...
Hallelujah.
Then no. Next.
Yes, that is so crucial. So finally, just to wrap it up, moving into 2020, we want healthy relationships, we want loving relationships. I mean, any advice?
I would have to say, do the work. That's a big key for me because we can't come to a relationship wounded.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do come into a relationship when that has already happened, and it's about doing the work and making sure that we get healthy so that we can bring that to a partnership. Without a doubt, communication. Learn what your love language is. Learn what yours is to receive.
Crucial.
What if we are all the love language? I think I read that languages of love, and I was all of them.
But definitely there has to be a hierarchy of some sort. Is it gifts? Is it service? Is it affection?
Yeah, I have 3, so I'm completely all over that one.
Okay, good. I thought I was just.
But my partner knows. My husband knows. You know, he knows what number 1 is, and we speak that language to each other because I know what his is as well.
Stunning. Well, thank you so much for coming through and spreading these gems. I'm sure everyone at home now feels a lot more better and confident going into every relationship in 2020. Now, we all know that February is one of the hottest months of the year. So join us after the break as Sister Lorna Peterson shows us how to be sun smart.